or clearomizers, cartomizers, whatever you're using, these are going to be the things that you're probably going to have to replace most often. You know, generally they'll last about a month or so, just depending on how much you vape, how heavy of a user you are, you know, how thick the juice is that you use in them. There's a lot of variables, but on average about a month is what you should expect to get out of them. You know, so having 4 of these, this is going to last you for quite a while. So let's go ahead and crack one open here. Alright, and we'll take a look at it. It's pretty simple. This is version 3 with the long wicks in it, so you can see those wicks drape down pretty well all the way to the bottom. Whenever you fill it up, you know, you don't have to do a whole lot of tilting to get the juice up to the top. You know, it'll wick pretty well even when there's very little juice left. So it does come. I'm just trying to see if you can focus in on the markings there on the side. It does come with the markings to show you, you know, how much juice is in the tank. Whenever you fill it up, you only want to fill it up to this top line here, which is 1.6 milliliters. If you go any past that, then you'll probably end up flooding the atomizer a little bit. Not a big deal, but just helps keeps the liquid out of your mouth if you don't fill it up all the way. So pretty easy to fill up. You know, you just basically unscrew the tip here, like I just did. Fill it up and then put the tip back on. Actually, let me grab some juice real quick and I will go ahead and fill this one up. Bump the camera. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Let me get this back into place. There we go. Alright, so I just grabbed some juice and we're going to go ahead and fill this up so you guys can see it. Just unscrew that. And this is a tobacco flavor, our 4-star general flavor, which some of you are very familiar with. So it's real simple. If you take a look at what I'm doing here, you can see if you look down in there, there's a tube right in the center. You don't want to get any liquid in that tube, because if you get it in that tube, it's just basically going to run straight out the bottom, or even worse, whenever you put the tip back on and take a puff, it'll come straight into your mouth. So just try to keep the liquid out of that. So what I do is just tilt it to the side and then lay the dropper right on the side of it there, and then as you squeeze it, it'll just run down the side. So you're going to fill this up to about where those markings are. Alright, so if you take a look, that's pretty good. Now, like I said, there's a lot of room above that, but you don't want to fill it any higher than that. You just screw the tip back on, and there you go. You've got a full cartomizer, or clearomizer. Sorry. Take the batteries out real quick. These batteries have been turned off. And we get calls all the time saying, you know, people that have a kit and they say, well, my batteries don't work. Well, the reason for that is a lot of times the guys in our shipping department will turn the batteries off just to make sure that they don't go dead while they're shipping to you. So to turn them back on, you just want to press the button 5 times and you'll see that it lit up there. I think I actually pressed it 6 times, which kind of messed it up. But it does the same thing to turn it back off. 5 times and it'll turn it back off. You'll see it blink again whenever I turn it back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there it is. And you'll notice whenever it blinks, it's blue, but whenever I press it to fire, it's lighting up white. That's a new feature of the eGo C batteries, which is one great feature. As you use this battery, whenever it gets low on power, that button is going to change from white to blue. When it gets down to about 20% of its battery life left, that's going to change to blue, letting you know that you need to get it on a charger pretty soon. So that's a huge benefit, especially if you're out and about away from the house. If you ever had a battery die on you, it can put you in a rough situation if you don't have a way to charge it. So that's a good way of letting you know that you need to get it to a charger. Alright, so I've had this sitting here, and let's go ahead and screw it on. And that's it. I mean, you can see how simple that was to put together. I just broke open one of the clearomizers, took the tip off, filled it up, screwed it onto the battery, turned the battery on, and I'm ready to vape. You know, it's like I said, that's why it's one of the most popular items out there. It's why it's great for beginners. You know, but like I said before, you know, even advanced users. I mean, this is what I use on a daily basis myself. So, and it's just simply because of the flavor that I get out of these clear Mazers. I think it's wonderful. I think it's, you know, probably the cleanest flavor that I've gotten out of any product. You know, so I'm a big fan of these, and that's